Dawn breaks weakly over the city, casting long shadows across desolate streets. Boarded-up windows stare blankly. Monuments to lost dreams and forgotten promises, graffiti-covered walls, scream silent stories of rebellion and despair. The somber cityscape awakens a symphony of urban decay under a watchful, indifferent sky. Dawn breaks weakly into the cramped apartment, a solitary ray struggling through a haze of stale smoke. Dust motes dance in the faint light, illuminating the chaos of their existence. Rico, Darius, and Jay are jolted awake, the insistent buzz of a beeper slicing through the silence. Spent cartridges litter the floor, a testament to recent battles fought and won. Crumpled takeout containers overflow, symbols of a life lived on the edge. The room breathes with the weight of their burdens, each object a silent scream of desperation. In the cramped apartment, Rico's eyes dart across the beeper, absorbing the coded message. Darius's face twists with contempt as he spits on the floor, a gesture of raw disgust. Jay observes them both, his expression unreadable, a perfect mask concealing his thoughts. Rico's voice cuts through the tension, revealing a dangerous opportunity. Mikey found some weight, cheap. Darius scoffs, dismissing the lead with venom. Mikey, that fool been dry for weeks. The room simmers with distrust and the unspoken hunger for a score. A single bare bulb casts long shadows across the cramped apartment, turning it into a den of secrets. The kitchen table transforms into a makeshift war room, where the glint of steel cuts through the gloom as guns are laid out. Rico's voice, sharp and focused, breaks the heavy silence as practiced hands clean and load each weapon with deadly precision. Stacks of cash, the spoils of unseen battles, are counted meticulously, each bill a testament to risks taken and lines crossed. The money disappears into a worn duffel bag, its weight promising both freedom and further entanglement. Rico's eyes glint with a mixture of anticipation and resolve as he declares, 11-7 a key. If it's real, we ride. In the cramped apartment, an Uzi gleams under the harsh fluorescent light, a stark symbol of impending action. The weapon is cradled with a chilling tenderness, a dark promise held close. Each component of the Uzi reflects the stark light, highlighting its deadly potential. The air crackles with tension, thick and suffocating within the confined space. Focused expressions reveal the intense concentration, a coiled spring ready to unleash. The Uzi, a silent sentinel, waits for the moment when stillness shatters into explosive chaos. Under the pale morning sun, they gather around a beat-up Chevy Caprice, its chrome faintly gleaming. They pile into the Caprice, the worn seats groaning under their weight. The engine sputters, then roars to life, a guttural growl echoing through the empty streets. The roar becomes a promise, a dark omen of the violence to come. The car lurches forward, tires squealing as they speed away, leaving a trail of exhaust in their wake. A Caprice glides slowly through the blighted city streets, a steel leviathan amidst urban decay. Boarded-up windows stare like vacant eyes, reflecting the city's silent despair. Graffiti sprawls across brick walls, a riot of color attempting to mask the pervasive gloom. Faces of passers-by, etched with hardship, reveal stories of survival etched deep into every line. Each grimace and weary glance speaks of resilience forged in the crucible of urban struggle. The Caprice moves on, leaving behind a tableau of human endurance against a backdrop of desolation. The Caprice arrives before a dilapidated apartment complex, its peeling paint a stark testament to neglect. Mikey waits, his figure tense against the decaying backdrop. Flanking him are two figures, their menacing presence palpable in the morning light. Their combined presence casts a shadow over the already grim surroundings. Darius leans forward in the dim surroundings of the dilapidated apartment complex, his eyes narrowed with suspicion. The air hangs heavy, thick with unspoken tension that permeates the desolate scene. Something ain't right, Darius mutters, his voice barely audible against the backdrop of decay. Jay nods slowly, his movements deliberate as his hand instinctively moves. His fingers graze the cold steel of the Glock tucked securely into his waistband, a silent promise of impending action. Against the backdrop of a dilapidated apartment complex, Mikey approaches the car, his forced smile a stark contrast to the grim surroundings. He attempts to mask his unease, projecting an air of casualness. The decaying facade of the building looms behind him, a silent testament to forgotten dreams. His eyes betray a hint of desperation, a flicker of vulnerability beneath the surface. "You ready to roll?" he asks, his voice laced with a nervous energy that belies his words. The air in the cramped, dimly lit apartment hangs heavy, thick with unspoken anticipation. Shadows cling to every corner of the small space, amplifying the sense of confinement. Mikey's subtle gesture breaks the silence, his eyes hinting at secrets hidden within the back room. The back room promises something unknown. The room promises to change everything. In the cramped apartment, Mikey's eyes dart around the room, his anxiety palpable. Jay unzips the duffel bag, a silent promise hanging in the air. Stacks of neatly bundled cash are revealed, their allure undeniable. Mikey's gaze fixates on the money, suspicion still clouding his features as he demands, "Show me the money first." In the cramped, dimly lit apartment, Jay's impatient gaze sweeps across the room. "Where's the dope at, Mike?" Jay asks, his voice tight with anticipation. Mikey's wide smile fills his face as he nods a silent promise of what's to come. "Right outside, let me grab it," Mikey replies, heading eagerly towards the door. In the cramped apartment, silence hangs heavy, each second drawn out into an eternity. The distant wail of a siren pierces the stillness, a stark reminder of the world outside. Darius shifts his weight, a subtle movement in the suffocating quiet. His eyes narrow, a sharp focus cutting through the gloom of the room. Tension coils tighter, an invisible force binding the small space. Every creak and groan of the old building amplifies the growing unease. In the cramped apartment, tension fills the air as Rico's frustration reaches a boiling point. The sudden, violent echo of Rico's fist against the wall shatters the silence. His face contorted in anger, Rico's voice booms through the small space. "Damn! He played us!" Rico shouts, the realization hitting him like a physical blow. Flickering streetlights cast long shadows on the wet city streets, the night air thick with unspoken threats. A glint of cold steel flashes an Uzi, briefly illuminated, promises violence. Scattered bills lie abandoned on the ground, remnants of a deal gone wrong. The Caprice screeches away, its taillights disappearing into the labyrinthine city streets, a promise of vengeance hanging in the air. "Now, that's the first example of a good girl gone bad," Jay's voice echoes, a haunting prelude to a story of betrayal and retribution.